So this is Mercado Global.
Right.
Now it sounds a little Mexican.
It's a Guatemalan brand. So everything is designed in our Brooklyn office, and then we work with over 300 artisans in rural areas of Guatemala. And they use traditional hand weaving techniques on looms to create the products.
They're made by hand?
Yes, everything
On
is.
a loom?
Yes.
Wow.
In very small batches, obviously, just enough for you. These are unique patterns.
Oh yeah, everything is unique and designed by us. So, and what makes us really unique is we operate as a nonprofit. So all of the money, all of the proceeds go back into the communities of the women that we work with.
So who are the people then that are doing this? I mean, you said it's a nonprofit for them. Is it villagers or?
Yeah,
you don't have like this 7-year-old children making them.
No, it's all women who form communities so that because it's so rural, they have one local spot. So it's groups of women of like 8 to 15 women who specialize in like the pom-pom details or the different weaving techniques. There's a few different techniques. And then they create yards of fabric and then we finish them at our office. So we're all about fair wages and definitely no child labor.
Yeah, okay.
Well, now I'm kind of curious. I haven't been to your website. Would I see a representation of any of these people at work? I mean, do you bring that into focus for your customer?
Oh, yeah.
What's the
really
website?
exciting. It's mercadoglobal.org.
mercadoglobal.org.
Yes.
So you finish the items all in Guatemala, or do you?
Everything is done in Guatemala. It's fully created, and we don't really use any electricity or anything, just sewing machines. So it's also pretty environmentally friendly, sustainable.
If I was carrying your bag, would anybody know that it's an Mercado Global?
No, it's just on the tag. So a lot of the product knowledge is spread by word and talking about the different women. Here's a card, so something like this is represented on our website as well.
Yeah, but you know the funny thing is I have a client who used to have 2 handbag retailers in his building, and they were having difficulty selling merchandise, and he said, well, okay, I can reduce the rent. And they said, no, reducing the rent is not the answer. He says, we just can't sell our merchandise. And what came out of that conversation is that everything seems to be heading into a brand. Everything is brand conscious. And when you hear about branding, if you walk around the store, everybody is wearing a brand. And that is becoming the norm. So anybody that's not branded is really not going to be that visible going forward because, I'm sure you're very familiar with the brands that are out there. And some people are looking at a certain brand because they expect a certain quality or a certain exclusivity. And I think that would lend itself to your product as well.
Yeah, it's definitely something to consider.
How long have you been in business?
13 years. But we really just try to stick with the traditions of Guatemala. So that's something that's very traditional that you can see. It's not beaded, but we are getting into beads. That is something I recommended because I've been seeing it in the market.
Yeah, this is a little bit, a couple of steps up from, what you get at the, the Guatemala store or something like that. The little stores in the corner.
Yeah,
but
and that's
you can tell it's better, higher quality than that.
Yeah,
that's
we really wanted to
too.
step in for quality control and just to make things consistent.
Right.
And that's really where we're seeing success. And then we're able to give them market access that they wouldn't have otherwise.
And the patterns are more sophisticated because when you go into those places, you just got all kinds of colors, and it's a very Guatemalan thing, or wherever from them, it's coming from. But yours are more contemporary designs and contemporary patterns. So you got the blue stripes, and then you got the black, and then you got the beige. So you have more of a contemporary bag with a Guatemalan sort of fabric and weave.
Yeah.
So it's a great idea. I think it'll be popular. But this is just for women mostly, right?
Yeah.
Because men like those bags too.
Yeah, we do like some customization, some corporate gifting and different things. So we've done like DOP kits and we do have the ability to customize. So that's another thing because we create everything ourselves. So
okay, great.
You've done a great job.
You're listening to the UnCommonCore podcast with your host Thomas Howell.
I couldn't help noticing the name of your company. And your name is?
Emily.
Emily, is this your product on your company?
Yes.
Now tell me something. Is this your first show here?
Yes. This is my
It is.
first show at Capsule.
Maybe you can give us a little background on how you came to the name and then the product behind it.
Absolutely, yeah. Bitch Sticks is a lip and body balm company. We're actually a social enterprise, so we give back to survivors of domestic abuse and sexual assault, men, women, and children. So that's kind of why we use the language. It's kind of a shame word, or a word that is a magnet for shame. So we thought we'd put a little spin on it and do some good.
So you're giving benefits to battered women?
We're giving back. So we let our retailers nominate organizations in their area, and then we help them with fundraising or a cash gift at the end of our funding cycle.
Okay, so you contribute.
Absolutely.
Okay,
yes.
I see.
Yeah,
The
so
name
we're a
is Bitch
social
Stick.
enterprise. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what you have some unusual colors. I mean, it's a very interesting area. I know that there's the Urban Decay, which started off kind of as a rebel company.
Right.
And
Yeah.
so you're kind of got something similar going on here, but the coloring is completely different. And of course,
Yeah.
we're guys, so we don't use, but these are lip.
Yeah, these are
Colors?
lip balms. So each of the colors represent a different aromatherapy scent.
Oh, I
So
see.
they're actually clear. There's no pigment in this
Right.
collection, but they're all different scents. Yeah, so these are all organic, and then we have lip balms that do contain a high SPF 30.
Yeah, that's the big thing now.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Well, now how has the media picked up on your name? That must be a good
I think
thing.
At first, people are like, "What? What is it?" They want to know what it is. And I think once they realize kind of the full conceptual structure of our company, they love it. Because I mean, we've all been shamed, or we've all, had an episode or something happen in our lives that we have to realize, like, oh, we've got to stand up for ourselves. And we've kind of taken that idea, that concept, and put it in commerce and have a social aspect and mission and vision to give back and help.
Okay.
I have a quick question here. I notice you also have, it seems, SPF 30 for the face.
Right.
So you're doing lip balm and you're
And our
doing
body balms. So
body
we have
balms.
a moisture cocoa butter stick that's an all-organic fair trade cocoa butter, ethically sourced. We have our face stick. We have Quit Your Bitchin' Muscle Rub, one of our most popular products. It's an all-organic.
Muscle rub.
Yeah.
I noticed that everything, that's what I was going to say a second ago, I noticed that everything is in the same little tube, lipstick tube kind of thing.
Right.
Or chapstick tube kind of thing.
Great thing
Muscle
about
rub will work well with that?
Absolutely. You got to take a whiff. I know you can't smell on your podcast, but it smells fabulous.
Not yet.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Very organic smelling.
Yeah.
What is that?
So,
Honey or-
camphor, arnica, menthol crystals. So the idea behind the
That was my
stick
second
form,
guess.
yeah. It's a great thing to have. Like if you need a moisture stick, so you can put it in your bag, travel. It's not going to leak in your bag. You can just throw it on. You don't have to put it on your hands.
Very
You can
smart,
put it
yes.
On your face. So I think in
So you
the
can put that on your
mobile.
neck, I mean, then your shoulders and stuff like that
Right.
with just a little stick. Because the Tiger Balm thing is...
Right, you get it on your hands and then you throw on the tray.
Exactly. Once it's on your hands, sometimes you can't get it off.
Yeah.
So this eliminates that problem. And it doesn't stain, I would imagine, because there's no pigment in it.
The great thing about these two are you can travel with them, grab and go. A lot of us, I mean, we're in a very mobile society now, so it's a real ease.
Now, I'm curious, you must be in several retail stores. Who is your biggest store right now?
No, we are fairly new, so we're pretty much in the smaller boutique
And
type.
This is your first capsule.
Yes, this is
Cabana
our
thing.
first, exactly. So we're kind of in the smaller stores, more of the design and high fashion.
stores?
Love our packaging and they love our design. We are in Olive and Betts. We're in, I'm trying to think of our New York.
What is it called? Olive and what?
Olive and Betts. It's like
Don't
a
ask me.
small, I know, no.
BITCHSTIX.
X, yep.
It's curious. I can see this product going into possibly some high-end gyms.
Yeah,
Because,
we launched-
because I think it's important. I think it's a good thing to have your product when there's nothing competing.
Right.
A Dwayne Reed, you've got a million other bigger brands running around way ahead of you, but you could probably get some added attention just going into the right environments.
Yeah, we kind of launched as active lifestyle. I thought the yoga studios,
I can see that.
shops, things like that. But interestingly, fashion picked us up right away. And I think it's the color, the branding, and kind of our mission and vision. So
Yeah, your box is interesting, and and your display is interesting. And so I think, that fits right in with a lot of the things that they offer here at Capsule.
Yeah.
People are new and they're experimental, and that's kind of exciting.
And it's a wonderful show. Everything's very curated and design driven. So I was excited to be accepted into.
It seems like a younger crowd too would go for this, even though you brought your mother in here.
It's interesting. The demographic of this product, I initially thought it was just going to be the younger set that would be engaged with this, but I realized quickly that it's really crosses the generational span, because I think every one of us have dealt with this issue
At some level.
At some level, and we all understand it. And so it's been fun to see generations kind of just grab onto it and be like, this is great. And everything's made in the USA. I have 2 fabulous labs that I use, so it's a high quality product. So people love to give it.
Yourself?
No, I have 2 FDA approved labs that I use, and they, when they use it, they give it as a gift. It's fun, but now they're like, oh, this is actually a high quality product. So we're getting kind of our little cult following. So hey, watch out, chapstick.
It's curious. I'm curious to know, are the feminists behind this product? Have they jumped on it yet? The feminists.
I'm trying to think who isn't a feminist. And I would
these
say
days everybody has to be a feminist.
Absolutely. I mean, I think it starts a great dialogue around a word, right? Of really taking it apart. It's the etymology of the word is not a profane word. So it's like, okay, what makes it profane, right? And so I think that's what the interesting aspect of it is like, okay, what is it? Is it the shame? I call it like a magnet word. Is it the shame that we're attaching? And what is it that's making this kind of controversial? And so it opens up a whole other dialogue, which I think is really fun and really powerful.
Have you guys done any T-shirts or any items to go along with it yet?
If you go on our Instagram at Shop Bitch Sticks, you'll see we sponsored a women's cycle team, and their kits say Bitch Sticks on it, and they have been a hit. So it's been really fun, and we're going to come out this fall with some more clothing that says Bitch Sticks on it.
Yeah, you do well. I think it lends itself to I think it's just a magnet. We were in the show, and you're the first cosmetic product that we've actually approached, and it was strictly based on the curiosity behind the name of the product. So I think it's a really big plus, because everybody else here is selling something, but they haven't got our attention.
Yeah. Well, hopefully now that you know what it's about, that it even adds another dimension to what we do. Yeah.
You could have the front be bitch, back be sticks. One last quick question for you. Do you have a background in this, or do you come in off of something else, or what's your background?
It's interesting.
Say your name again.
Emily.
Emily, what's your background?
Actually, my background, I'm a sculptor. So I do not have a background in, say, fashion or cosmetics per se.
But why should that stop you?
Right, exactly. And I think,
Well, I was just wondering, because Urban Decay was a lady that came out of, the... the internet, and networking.
Right.
So.
I think, when you live a life of interesting ideas, and that's kind of what I was always interested in, concepts and structures. Even though it seems maybe out there in the context of what I used to do, it's actually kind of right in line. So
I'm curious though, which came first, the name or the cause?
Well, I think I can't separate them. So kind of coming up with the concept around an issue. Yeah, it was like, okay, how does this function? How does this language work, and commerce and giving back? I mean, you can't separate them. I think some people think, oh, you don't need the give back, but to me, I don't think it works. It's not as powerful.
Well, it's kind of a trend now, and it's a good trend. I think you want to be on that boat.
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay.
Well, congratulations. That's your first show, and hopefully this will launch you into bigger shows.
Hopefully.
Well?
Thank you.
Okay?
Yeah, it's been a great show so far.
And where are you based out of?
We're actually based in Indianapolis.
So this was a big trip.
Yeah.
We're here today at the Capsule Show, and we're with Kimberly. And Kimberly, tell us a little bit about your product line.
Hi, I am Kimberly. I am the co-founder and designer of Kimberly Golson. And what I am showing today is a bit of our fall, winter, and holiday 2019. So this is what stuff that is available immediately. And we focus on dope suits for those that dare to be bold and vivacious, fearless and distinctive. So we want to be the Diane von Furstenberg of suits. So what she is to the wrap dress, we are to suits.
Women's suits.
Women suiting, yes.
Okay, well, tell us a little bit about what made you decide on these specific designs, because you got this gold thing going on, then you got this white and gold, and you got all these different statements.
Yes.
What made you decide on what to do?
So I am a former Project Runway finalist. So while I was on the show,
Runway finalist?
Project Runway, the television show,
Right.
the design competition show. And so on the show, I became known for my pants. So so I love making making pants, and I'm addicted to fabrics and textiles, brocades, anything that's like metallic. So that's what you see here. I use a lot of metallic and brocades. I love the texture. I love people being able to just like walk into a room and just like be the show. So that's definitely what I do. I create my own custom prints, and I love bold colors. So this was from the fall collection, this delivery here, and then this is for holiday, something a little bit more, you're going to a party, and you can still be in a tuxedo. You don't necessarily have to wear a gown, but you can have like an alternative to being dressed up in.
Now, I'm looking at this piece in particular, Kimberly, and this is a very classic piece.
Describe it a little bit.
Yeah. So this is our honored blouse, and basically what really makes it special is just the sheer and the metallic mix, which I love the most. And then we have the like blousing type sleeves. I love wearing it buttoned all the way up because it feels very like kind of demure, but yet the sheer still gives you a little sexiness. You can wear it with a cami, you can wear it in a bra.
That's why I was asking you to describe it, because you picked something out. So they can't see it, so it's see-through.
Yeah,
so it's sheer, and it's got all these little dots of gold on it.
Yeah, gold polka dots on it,
Exactly.
Which is textured, which is what I love, because it's not just like flat. You can actually feel the texture, and it just makes a statement. You can wear this with a pair of jeans. You can wear it like,
But you designed it to go with that, right?
No, not necessarily, because really we can put this anywhere. Like this can fall anywhere into the collection.
So that the accents will match some of your other designs.
Yeah. So what's great about what I love about what we do is that our pieces are we feel like it has like a timelessness to it. These pants are from spring 2014, and I've been getting rave reviews about them all day. One of my other colleagues was here. She had on a jacket of ours from 2013, which could fall in line. So it allows you to mix and match across the seasons so that you can have the entire wardrobe for a long time.
It's funny you should say that, because that's a novel concept here in America. The idea that you buy a quality garment and you can have it for the remainder of your life, as long as you don't outgrow it, is something that a lot of people in Europe, women would miss lunch and dinner to buy that Gucci jacket or that Salvador Ferragamo, pants. And I think that this is where you get better value, because you can every time you put these pants on, as you mentioned, you get compliments, and that's the best compliment you can get. When you look at how many times you wear a garment, and you look at the cost, it's like, wow, tremendous value.
Exactly, and that means a lot to us, because we want you to be able to wear it not just for the season and not feel like you're outdated. So you can wear this for forever, and no one will know what season it came from. It doesn't tell like it doesn't date you, and that's what we really love. And I'm cognizant when I design, to make sure that the pieces can cross-relate throughout the season.
Now, Kimberly, you are a runway model finalist, right? Finalist, right?
On Project Runway
Right.
design competition.
Now, a lot of women of color, they don't fit into these sizes. Are they translatable to this fashion line or not?
What do you mean they don't fit into those sizes?
She knows what I'm talking about.
Well, because it's a misconception that when you look at a sample size or on the runway that it's only for a size 0, 2, or 4, and we actually cater more on the 10 to 12 side in between. So like the real, what we feel to be like the real women's side, like the average woman's size.
Got you.
This is a 12 that we actually showed on.
So let me understand this. So your line runs what sizes are you running?
To 12 currently.
0 to 12. That's a tremendous range. That puts you under a lot of pressure as far as inventory goes.
Well, it is, and we actually skew on the larger side, so we stock heavily. We stock heavier on the 8 to 12 side because we have a lot of women and we take into account the shape, like these shorts, which is the same as these pants. We take into the waist, and then we give a lot of room in the hip and the tush. They couldn't see that dance, but yeah, there's a tush.
Got you.
Do your pants, you're selling the pants as well, like on your website and everything?
Yes.
Okay, 'cause
This
I don't
collection.
see them on the rack. I see you wearing them. Those are
This
interesting
was
pants
2014.
These are old. These are from 2014.
Okay.
This was a custom. So I do custom print. So this was a Brooklyn Bridge. So I'm from Brooklyn, and our collection is born in Brooklyn. And so this is a Brooklyn Bridge.
It's an interesting
print.
style. What do you call that style?
It's called Eliza. It's the same as these. These are just in the soft fabric.
Okay.
And then this is in a silk cotton. So
Right,
we
it
have the
kinda
soft.
looks-
So we moved it.
Like if
to make
Gumby
like a
were a French mime, that's what he would wear. It's very interesting pants. Yeah.
Thank you.
Well, I like what I see. Is this the only rack that we're going to look at, or are any of these?
So we're 3 brands. We came together because the 3 of us designed the newest LeBron James sneaker. And
Really?
yeah.
What's
so
that thing on the back?
It's a lion for the
Parachute?
king, which is
It's
a
a what?
lion for LeBron.
It's a lion on the back.
And then the laces run
I thought
through
it was
them,
like
yes.
a parachute thing.
Yeah.
No, I'm kind
Wow.
of curious. How did this
Amazing.
collaboration come about?
So the 3 of us came together through Harlem's Fashion Row, which is a platform for multicultural designers. And Nike and LeBron asked them to find 3 designers that would help design his newest shoe. And that was us. We sold them last week. They sold out in 5 minutes. And
Yeah, it's an
we
incredible
are
looking
like,
shoe.
yeah.
No, I'm curious. How does this relationship work? Are you getting a design percentage out of the sale, or it's a flat fee, or is it just exposure?
Well, we are working with Nike. Right now, we're in love with Nike, and we're doing this with.
Well, Nike's doing great now. The stock went up with Colin Kaepernick thing going on.
Yeah, it's
That's
a great time to be involved.
Yeah.
We actually been working on this for almost a year, so we fell into this project before, like even they decided to do the Colin Kaepernick movement. So
Yeah, but it's good timing.
So I'm curious. Did you have to present more than one idea, and did you have to then compromise the design? I mean, how does that whole process work?
it was a full collaboration between the three designers and the Nike team. So we worked together really seamlessly. It was actually a really great.
And what's the name of it again?
It's LeBron 6 HFR by LeBron 16. So
And
you can
HFR
see.
stands for Harlem's Fashion Row.
Yes.
Cool. So is LeBron going to wear this on the court?
He's already worn them on his Instagram. We're hoping that he wears them for the very first game.
Cool. So they're supposed to be fully functional, not just on a fashion
Yes,
level.
they're fully functional. He can wear them if he takes this is a removable strap. So if he takes the strap off, he can wear them fully and play basketball in them.
Did LeBron actually have any input in this?
Yes.
He made the final say?
Yes. And he loves
Cool.
them.
And how many pairs of those do you have?
I just got 2 pair. Just.
Do they come in any other colors, or is this it?
No, this is the only colorway with 2 removable straps. So you can wear it tonal or with the cognac strap.
Cool, great. So you're doing some exciting things.
Yes.
So let's move on to the other rack over here.
Yeah, you have
so I'm gonna bring the
Noel
other
and you
designers.
have.
Yeah, I'm gonna bring Andra and Fee over.
Okay.
Fee. So Fee.
Hello there. I'm Conrad Bradford, and you
Hi,
are?
I'm Fee Noel. Nice to meet you.
Yeah, we're here at the show, at the Capsule Show, and we wanted to make sure that we covered some of the exciting booths here.
Nice. Am I one of the exciting booths?
Well, are you part of this HFR? Or is
Yes,
that
I
all
am.
3?
Yeah, it's all 3 of us.
Okay. Well, before you get into your brand,
Come over. We can do this together.
yeah, let me ask you what this HFR is all about. Harlem Fashion Row. What is that?
So it's a platform for multicultural designers. It provides us with a platform, so we're all individual designers, and we show with Harlem Fashion Row. So they provide exposure. Brandis Daniel, who is the owner of Harlem Fashion Row, you just missed her. We do fashion shows. She does twice a year, and she has a with buyers. Press and all that stuff.
Of vastness.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how long has she been around?
11 years.
11 years.
Yeah. So her 10th anniversary passed, and we all showed at the 10th anniversary.
Nice.
This year, we went on to create these for women by women times LeBron and Nike sneakers.
We already talked about those. But you had some of these others you could tell us about.
Yeah, so my collection is it basically bottles up culture and glamour. It's a resort-inspired brand. And
a resort-inspired brand.
Yeah, so resort-inspired. So we still have, we sell it all year round. And I make different collections. So I have the Fee Essentials collection, which is my baseline collection that we release every 3 months, a new version of it where we change the fabrics and it's simpler silhouettes. And then we have this, which is my runway collection that I do prints with. So this is an artist from Trinidad who I collaborated with and made this print with.
That looks like an old Momo, sort of. I mean, the styles are like 70s almost.
And I'm very 70s. A lot of my silhouettes that I'm known for, which is my leg pants, very 70s. And then
Classic.
Yeah. And then I partnered with another artist who takes popular paintings and changed the narrative. So so this is the birth of Ocean. And this is also
Ocean is a black version of Aphrodite.
Yes, so it's a black version of the Venus. Yes.
Yeah, Venus. Yeah. She's standing on a shelf.
Yeah.
And it's like a painting on a dress. All of this. What is this called?
So this is a silk jacquard, and it's
what's
also
this
printed.
type style thing
ruffled. So this is like a ruffled, but it's like a kind of like the same thing you said, like a Momo, like that fizz.
Whatever happened to those anyway?
Well, they're here, right here.
I have a question for you. So this is a digitally printed piece of fabric.
Yes.
So this is what type of fabric are we talking about? What is this?
So this is a Japanese silk, and so this is actually, it's not digital print. It's sublimation.
Sublimation. So this is very limited production.
Yes.
So would I have to come in and order one of these, and then you would then create it for me?
So I do a lot of made-to-order, made-to-measure items. So you would have. Most people don't even know that this exists yet unless you were at the runway show. This comes out, people will be able to see it in October, and then they can place an order for this. But this is actually going to be very limited. It's a collaboration with the artist who actually sells her art in a gallery in the Hamptons. So
there's people on the internet. And what's your webpage?
Fee Noel.
Spell it. Well, I'll have a link to it.
FENOEL.com.
And people can buy it off of that?
Yeah, they can buy it on my website.
Yeah,
yes.
because in person, it's pretty impressive. I don't know. People can't come from the other part of the country.
I know, but we're doing our best to show on the website. Like we'll have videos of someone wearing it. We'll have the runway show there. You'll also get to hear the story behind it and why I collaborated with this. So this collection was actually inspired by the shoe. So we showed it at the release of this shoe.
Oh, you're wearing the Nike
Yes, I'm
shoe.
wearing it, yeah. So this artist, she's about women's strength, and that's what the shoe is about. And I just thought that she would be the perfect person.
Is she wearing the tennis shoes?
No, she's not.
She's barefoot.
But that would have been cool.
You can put that in.
Yeah.
Digital print.
So it's and then this is another version.
A lot of the artists do that, by the way.
Yeah.
They'll put their brands in their images.
So.
No, I'm curious
This is
now.
thinner. Oh,
I'm really
interesting.
curious.
Wow.
This is a very bold image, and a lot of women will not wear this.
Mm-hmm. And that's okay because it has its people. So my brand, it has its woman. My woman would wear it. And she has to be, of course, be bold, has her own sense of style. And you'll be surprised how much people, they love it, but they'll be afraid to probably wear it. And that's okay, too. They'll admire it. But I do think it has its people, and it has people who will wear it. And it's not for everyone, of course,
Well, like you said, this is kind of a runway type of a thing. This is for going out.
This is a kind of an iconic piece, because maybe you could wear it in the house, Some people will wear it in house. Some people.
Out. This you have to wear out. You have to step outside
Well, he's
the
saying
house.
in the house,
Oh.
not in the house. In the house, right? That's what you meant, right?
That's exactly what I meant. Exactly, right?
And then if that's too much, then we have like the abstract prints, you know? So I have a very sensual flow going. Like my girl is very cool. She has this very sensual vibe to her.
Now, I'm kind of curious. Sorry to cut you off, but these look like limited edition runs of fabric. No?
Because we make these fabrics.
Yeah, that's a limited
Yeah.
edition.
No, so we can make as much as we want. It's a matter of how long we want to run it for.
What
and if we
about
wanna
the images?
control.
Are the images going to be limited runs?
The images will be limited runs,
Okay.
yes, because that's with an artist and how,
Right.
you know, they have different, you know, creatives, they're different just about their work. So that will be limited. And we'll keep collaborating together as she paints new works. And so,
Do you find yourself wearing much of your fashion line? Do you wear it yourself?
I wear it all the time. This is my fashion brand that I'm wearing too. This is this is currently on the website now.
Very clubby stuff.
But it's like my person has to be a woman on the go. She has to travel. That's how she gets to wear all her clothes. She travels to different places all year round, you know, wherever that may be. And it's a statement, it's a conversation starter. So my woman has to be bold. She can't really be shy. So.
Just one quick question, which might kind of be a silly question, but Harlem is where this stuff is organized, whatever. But where do these prints come from? Is there a place that, because it looks familiar, but
No,
exotic?
these
No,
prints-
I mean the style. The styles and the colors. Are they inspired by any particular culture?
So my Caribbean culture.
Oh, Caribbean.
Yeah,
Okay,
so
the
I'm
Caribbean.
Yeah,
Oh,
so that's
maybe
so
that's what
a
it is.
Yeah, so my
No, what island?
Grenada. I'm from Grenada. So
Okay, yeah, 'cause it
that's
looks
where
like
that's
that kind of a
inspired
thing.
from. And this collection was actually dedicated to my mom. And that's where so I'm a first generation American. So
Oh,
yeah.
okay, yeah, that kinda
So
looks that
Harlem
way.
is where Harlem Fashion Row, that's where she started, but all the we're all from Brooklyn. So she kind of scouts designers from everywhere and brings us together.
No, I'm kind of curious. You know, I'm sure you've seen this happen. You find a nice garment and you buy it and you enjoy it for 2 or 3 years and then you try to find it again. And you cannot find this product, even though it's a classical, whether it's a pair of slacks or a certain type of blouse. It's my belief that if you do a quality garment in a classic style, it's timeless. It can be in your collection indefinitely. Now, denim is an area that I like because denim can be taken to any extreme, from being the gritty workwear for the farmer to the runway. And I see that you are wearing some denim now. Is there more denim in your collection, or do you see denim as part of your future?
I do see denim as part of my future. I am based in New York and we produce in New York as well, so denim gets very tricky. So right now I only have 4 staple denim styles, which is my wide leg print, my bra, and my wrap top, and then a sort of chambray sort of denim shirt. But as I grow, I will extend it because denim is a very classic piece that people can wear. I can release this every season in my Fee Essentials collection and let it live for a really long time. So ideally, as your brand grows, you figure out what's your classic, what people love from you. And that for me, that's my wide leg pants, so I'll offer it in denim, you know? So
That's an interesting question because, I remember I was talking to a girl I knew from this show, with CC, for CC Official, and she went to France, and she said her denim piece was very popular over there. It was white denim. But, I mean,
And finding good denim, like quality denim, is really hard. You know, it's hard to source that in New York, so you have to travel. So as you grow your brand and you have access and resources, you're able to expand upon that, you know?
yeah. You go overseas to the overseas show?
No,
by the way?
I haven't.
yet?
But I'm
Oh.
hoping. Let's
Yeah.
put that into the universe. I'm pretty sure I would be.
Yeah, just
What I
variety.
inspired. Yeah, I'll be totally inspired. Yeah.
I know a situation, and you probably are more familiar with it than I am, where people are buying denim in certain quantities. Like, there's a limited amount of denim out there in certain grades. There's a tremendous number of grades of denim. And they actually go on I guess it would be like a Kickstarter type of campaign where people can actually pre-order their own jeans online from this particular grade of Japanese denim. And they're paying upwards of $120 or $30.
Oh, I didn't know about
and and it's a very limited run. It's like they know how many yards of denim they have, and they know what it's worth, and they apparently have an ongoing clientele who want special custom-made stuff, and I guess it's made on their standards. It's not like they're measuring people and stuff like that.
So they're just buying the fabric and then
they're buying the fabric, and then they're getting people to commit to having one of their jeans made from it, or as many pairs of jeans as they want from this particular run, because every run is different. You know, even if it's from the same mill, the dyes are slightly off.
so they'll buy like a bulk. I haven't heard of it. I'll definitely.
And something interesting happened to me earlier this year. I purchased an Eli Tahari denim jacket, and the jacket was really nicely made, and it was totally couture. I mean, on the inside it was lined, it was layered, it had all the finishings of a high-end product. And I wanted to find another one, because I always like to buy 2s or 3s if I find something that's really quality. Couldn't find the product. And I'm saying to myself, this is a product that he's not carrying on. He has other denims now coming into the line, but they're not the same cut, you know? Right. So I'm saying to myself, why wouldn't you bring a certain denim line into the market every year? Because denim is here to stay. It's quite clear.
Well, it's probably, it is here to stay, but it's probably the grade thing. Like once you get, sometimes what may happen to me, because I buy in small, let's say I buy 100.
You can't get the grade that you want.
Yeah. Let's say I buy 100 yards of this particular denim, and then I go back to the manufacturer or the mill, and they're like, oh, we're not making that anymore. It's a different dye. So that's why things start to become limited, and it's like, having the resource, unless you're actually making it yourself, you're kind of controlled by what's going on and how much of that you can make, which is why I love printing my own fabrics. So it's like I get no limit. Like I have say on how much I do want to do and how much I don't want to do, which is why I get into that. Yeah.
Just so you know, there are people who specialize in denim, brokers who just do denim.
And I was just going to say, this is pretty nice, pretty dramatic
This is from Adele
jewelry.
Dejacque. She lives in Kenya. She's
You guys
from
are
Africa.
also representing the jewelry on your website?
No, we're not. I just used her jewelry. I wrote her and asked her to use her jewelry for my runway show, and I fell in love with it, so I bought a few pieces, which I love.
Well, it's pretty dramatic.
Yeah.
I mean, they're very large. And,
What are they made of?
I don't know, actually.
They're gold
I
colored.
don't know, but I know I saw a video.
Do they go together because you have like all
No,
these...
so they're all separate.
Oh,
so
but
this
you
is
have one ring that has two pieces
on it.
So
that's what I love about it. So it looks like I'm wearing.
Looks like you're wearing a whole bunch of them. I haven't seen that before. Where you got like.
I'm gonna look it up. I just loved it. I don't know what it's made. I just saw it look really good. Yeah, so I was just like, I'm gonna keep these.
Yeah, if you got in a fight or something, that would be a good advantage.
So. Thank you guys, pleasure.
Yes,
I'll have Andra come over.
Thank you very much.
Same here.
You've been listening to the UnCommonCore podcast with Thomas Howell. I'm Satoko Smith. Thank you for listening.